Hello, this is Professor G, and I'm going to demonstrate your Chapter 2 worksheet assignment. What I decided to do is make my own version of it, and we'll see how this is going to work. If you notice when you open up the assignment that this upper portion here is all the data. It says here, use the data to answer the following, and using a high-low method, determine the cost formula for the shipping expenses. Now to start with, you have to use cell-based formulas. And so let's start out here. It says high level of activity. And so first we take a look at the activity, and that's expressed in units right here. So the high level of activity, the best one here is this 22,500. It did not say high level of cost. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to do that right there, and then I'm just going to go up like that. And so there's your units, and now we want the low level of activity, and that's going to be this right here. And we've got the low level of activity. Okay, let's do the shipping cost now. So the dollars over here, we'll do that one for the high. And we're going to go up here for the low. Okay, now the change in activity, again using a cell-based formula, we always start it with an equal sign, and we'll click on that, and the minus key, and that, and you've got 33,000 there. Let's do the same thing over here. That, minus that, and there's your 10,000 units. So this would be the change in activity, 10,000 units. Now what's the variable cost part? Well, we just take the equal sign again, we take the cost and divide it by the number of units, and we end up with $3.30 per unit. So now we can compute the fixed cost portion, starting with the cost at the high level of activity, and so that is this 100,000 right up here. Now we're going to take away the variable cost element. So let's do that. We'll take that figure times, now we use it for the times sign, and it's the number of units there. Now what's the fixed cost portion? Well, we've got this 100,000, and we're going to subtract 74,000 using cell-based formulas anyway. And so that's how you figure out the fixed cost and variable cost elements using the high-low method. And that should do it.